Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, just about noon in Honolulu, 6 o'clock in New York. It is Tuesday, April 24th, 2018, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. After having 3 consecutive days of lower pricing, gold did recover along with the precious metals group, except for palladium. More on that in a second. Gold closing up about $8.20 at $1332.20. Silver up to $16.70, that's a net gain of 11 cents, with some slight tailwinds provided by a modestly weaker US dollar, down 15 points at 9.055. Big sell-off in US equities, a net decline of 424 points in the Dow, 24.024. And Bitcoin was resilient and continued its dynamic rally, closing well above our target of 9,200 at 94.60. And 94.65, that is over a $600 gain on the day. Lower U.S. equities prices, coupled with a weaker dollar index today, provided some upside lift in the precious metals markets for gold, silver, and platinum. Palladium did close lower, more on that in a little bit. Gold closed up a respectable $8.80 at $1332.80. Ending the 3 days of selling pressure that existed just prior to today's nice upside move. Interestingly enough, there are some technical signs that today's $8 gain could be the beginning of a rally and the conclusion of the selling pressure that has existed over the last 3 days. I draw your attention to 2 factors. First, where the lows occurred. And they occurred just below the 0.618% retracement. And it is a retracement of this very short data set beginning at 1306, trading as high as 1365, which matches to these previous 2 tops here. Secondly, we've identified a simple 2-day candlestick pattern known as a bullish harami. Now, a bullish harami is an inside trading day, and of all the key reversal patterns, it is the least reliable when compared to either the piercing line, the engulfing bullish, the 3-river morning star, or the hammer inverted hammer. Therefore, it is critical only to act upon this pattern if you get a confirming candle on the following day. A confirming candle for this bullish reversal pattern would simply be a candle that was a green candle, meaning that it closed higher than it opened with a higher high and a higher low than the previous session. The other thing that we would want to see is a break back above, in terms of closing price, the 50-day moving average, which is currently sitting at $13.33, roughly $1 above current pricing. Therefore, traders, we remain flat with no active trades. However, we have specific criteria that, if met, would trigger a buy signal, and that would be a confirming candle in trading tomorrow that resulted in a higher high, a higher low, a green candle closing above the current 50-day moving average. If this criteria is met, you can act upon that or wait for our trade alert, which we will send out via SMS, text message, and email. Silver also had a strong recovery today, gaining about 11 cents, and more importantly, actually opening and closing above the longer-term 200-day moving average. We also see a bullish harami. It would not be a piercing line because to meet the criteria for that pattern, it would have needed to open below yesterday's close, as well as close at or above the midpoint of the prior candle. Interestingly enough, of the precious metals complex, palladium was the only precious metal to close lower on the day, actually breaking below the long-term 200-day moving average, which could be indicating that there is still further selling pressure ahead. In terms of where we would currently peg support, we want to look at $950, which is the 0.618% retracement of this last rally, as a potential for a support level, and the 78% retracement at 925 if in fact the current close, which is at the 50% retracement level at 968, does not hold. Bitcoin futures did post solid gains on the day, trading $620 higher, gaining approximately 7%, closing at 94.65. If you recall from the last couple of weeks, we had an imminent target in which we forecast a single Bitcoin going to between $91 and $9,200 per coin. We also mentioned yesterday that if in fact trading takes us above this price point, we could see this level become support rather than resistance, and if that's the case, our updated target would put Bitcoin futures at $11,300 per coin, and that would match with these recent tops that came in February, as well as the first week of March. Traders, during our technical studies, we talked about specific parameters that we would need to see that would result in us triggering a buy signal in gold, possibly silver. We're looking for two basic things: a confirming candle from the bullish Harami and closing prices above the 50-day moving average in gold. If we see those things actualize, we will in fact send out a trade alert to that effect. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.